XRP Bulls are in control, and this is without a doubt, as we can now report that we have US politicians buying XRP, making sure that they hop on board that train. And then we're also going to be talking about JP Morgan getting a little excited, getting a little bullish, giving us their predictions on the inflows that we will see on the XRP ETF. Folks, in this update, we're going to break it down. It's going to be a bullish one, fair warning. If you like what we're doing, you know how to help me out. Let's get rocking and rolling here. XRP up to nearly $2.70 today. Take a look at it. Wow. What do you guys think about this chart right now? XRP at $2.67, getting ready to blast off. And we have already broken out of the bull flag that we printed. It looks like $3 XRP is imminent. And my prediction of an XRP all-time high coming in this month, looking mighty, mighty fine. Now, we got a respond here from Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderati, in regards to the SEC filing their appeal tomorrow. So first off, Stu says that on January 20th, Gensler's war on crypto ends at the SEC. We asked that the SEC agree to postpone the filing of their opening brief in their appeal of our victory. Interesting to note that, right? Got to remind them it was our victory. And that's going to be due tomorrow. And they refused. What a waste of time and taxpayer dollars. So instead of delaying the filing of this appeal brief, they are going to be going ahead with that tomorrow. Okay. Nevertheless, we are confident in our position on appeal and look forward to working with the new SEC leadership to resolve this matter. Brad adds, Gensler, very much on brand, completely dismissive of the 2024 election and the American public, fully commits to his failed regulation by enforcement agenda to the bitter, bitter end. Hashtag sad. And Brad forgot to do the sad ha that Charles Gasparino always gives us, right? Sad ha. As you can see, Stu, Brad, 100% confidence coming from Team Ripple. No concerns at all over here. Nobody should be concerned if this appeal does get filed tomorrow. And I will give you guys a warning for a potential dip alert. If you want another chance to buy XRP a little bit cheaper than where it's at right now, you might get that tomorrow when this appeal brief gets filed. But I think that it's going to be a quick, rapid V-shaped recovery. We could dip back down, and you see the structure. I mean, what are we going to dip down to? 250, 260? XRP is looking so strong. And so, yeah, maybe a quick dip on the news that the appeal does get filed. I think it's quickly going to get bought back up, and I think we are heading above $3 imminently. The appeal will not stop that. And they're not going to go through with it, and they're not going to win. And the new SEC gets to take over, and this case is done. Just remember that. No matter what happens over the next 24 hours, this case is over. Now, I really could have baited you into this video if I would have put out the title, New SEC Ripple Appeal Filing, or New Case Filing, right? Because we did just get a new case filing, but this is pretty much a nothing burger from James Filan. The parties have filed a stipulation stating that they will file a deferred appendix for the cross appeals 21 days after the appeals brief is served. So looking like, this is kind of further proof that the brief will be filed tomorrow. They agree, both parties have agreed that 21 days after the appeal briefs are filed, they're going to put forward the appendix, which is basically just them agreeing to the same information and kind of terms and definitions and structure of these filings. So really a nothing burger here. I would never dare, bait you in with some clickbait on the case file. We only engage in ethical clickbait, meaning I can back up every single title and thumbnail that we ever do. And I told you guys that I'm not doing any O-face clickbait till we go to all-time high. Then I might have to pop in for one or two O-face. But until then, we're going to keep it coming, keep it real. And you guys, I know you appreciate that. But, and I don't even have to try to hype this sucker up, folks. Get in on this action right now. Take a look. Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. This is not Nancy Pelosi, but we do have Representative Guy Reschenthaler disclosing up to a $15,000 buy of XRP. Small buy, but bullish nonetheless for the Ripple community. And this is the start. Is there many other politicians that probably have a position? I would suspect that there are a few others. And so we could see more disclosures coming forward here soon. But love to see it. I mean, like I said, I don't need to hype this thing up. I don't need to do clickbait. The data is speaking for itself. We talked about it in the first update today. The total value lock exploding, the DeFi getting set up. The technicals are there. We're going to talk more about the technicals later. But for crying out loud, politicians are now getting in on this action, right? Now, continuing on, and it's everybody's hyping this sucker up. Mario Nafal's roundtable. Ripple CEO's dinner with Trump is doing wonders for XRP, while Ethereum just bled 255 million in a single week, while Bitcoin managed to pull 214 million in inflows. Hawkish Fed vibes and a strong U.S. economy rattled the space, draining 940 million from digital asset funds overall. But here's the kicker. But wait, there's more. There's a little digital asset called XRP. Yeah, and it can no longer be ignored anymore. And then now, it's not even that they're no longer ignoring it. Now they're hopping on board the hype train. Now the mainstream crypto is clickbaiting us and hyping us up. XRP is defying the slump with 41 million in fresh inflows fueled by ETF optimism and Ripple CEO Brad Garninghouse's sit down with Trump. And remember, they had that beef bourguignon. Hello. Little deal celebration. I wonder what deal that was. Love to see it. Continuing, sentiment, we're not done. I told you it was going to be a bullish one. Here we go. XRP investors are pleased to see the number 3 market cap asset reach $2.69 today. For the first time since December 17, 2024, this is being supported by continued enormous accumulation from wallets holding 1 million to 10 million XRP. And we showed you guys how the wallets holding 100 million to a billion had acquired over a billion XRP over the span of 48 hours. That was over the weekend. And now what we're seeing here, wallets holding 1 million to 10 million who own over 37% more coins than they did just 2 months ago. Approximately $3.8 billion in XRP added since their accumulation began on November 12, 2024. So basically, after the Trump election victory, confirmation that Gary Gensler's done what we've seen over the past month and a half, really 2 months since the election. I guess it's already been, time's just flying. It's already been, over 2 months now. The big whales with big money, they got this confirmation. Trump's in, pro-crypto Congress, Gensler's gone. They're not thinking twice. It's just like the politicians. You got politicians buying, you got whales accumulating, and next we're going to be talking about the XRP ETFs here shortly, but take a look. This is from TraderView2 on X. Dom, thank you for the update. Spot buying remains the main driver behind this bullish price action, which is very, very good. This is not being driven by margin leverage. This is being driven by spot. Take my US dollar funny money, give me XRP, please. We got politicians and more. Funding rates are still at the same levels as they were at 50 cents, meaning that spot premium is still at the level it was at 50 cents. This means that spot buying pushing price higher than perps or perpetual futures. This is nowhere near overheated. Far from it, actually. Check when we first hit $2.90 and how overheated both metrics were. As long as spot buying continues, this simply is on its way to all-time high. We're heading there, folks. Strap yourselves in. The only shakeup would come from Bitcoin at this point. Everything points to all-time high imminent. Patience. And you might not need much patience because we're moving quickly. In fact, when you look at these pairings, XRP's already broken out. Just hit a 1,400-day high against the total 2 chart. Just hit a 550-day high against others. I'm not sure what's all included in that pairing, but it's interesting to note. Just hit 2,500-day high against RTY. Let's not forget what I said last week. Very likely that these will show a local high before, a breakout before the US dollar pairing does. So we're looking at additional pairings, especially when you look at Bitcoin and the Ethereum pairing against XRP. We are looking so strong. And it's not just us recognizing it. It's not just politicians recognizing it. JP Morgan coming in and getting some of this action now too. And with the predictions that they're laying down, it's very clear to me that they're going to want to get a piece of this back end. They're going to want to get a piece of the action. And this is the same talk that we've gotten from Jamie Dimon just on 60 Minutes this past weekend. While he's still calling Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme, they made sure that they set up their facilities to be custodians and be able to get their piece of the action on these Bitcoin ETFs and on the Ethereum ETFs. And then, of course, we know the story about ETHgate and how they sent their goon squad after Ripple and the XRP community. Now that failed. So now that it's failed, now that they can no longer ignore it, well, now it's time to get bullish. And remember, this is after years ago, JP Morgan sent 15 executives to the offices of Ripple in San Francisco to try to go strong arm Ripple. And this is my speculation. We know that they went there. My speculation is that they tried to strong arm Ripple to try to squeeze them out for large sums of XRP. Whether or not that was successful, we will see. What they see coming, though, for the XRP ETFs is 4 to 8 billion in inflows on XRP. And what I love to see, this had to be painful for JP Morgan to admit, right? JP Morgan is saying that altcoin ETFs will collect 14 billion in flows in the first year, 3 to 6 billion from Solana, and 4 to 8 billion from XRP. Now, this is shared here by Eric Balchunas, full article there on Bloomberg. But what we have to note is that JP Morgan just had to admit that they're expecting more inflows for XRP than they are Solana. They say the VC pump gang is crying right now. And you know, as difficult as this must be for them, these guys can make sure that they don't miss, right? They can come in late on XRP. While we stacked our bags on the low, these guys are coming in late, but they can come in with big money. So they can catch up, the VC pump gang. And, you know, I know for a fact that these guys got basically the outlook, the report on XRP years ago. We know that they've been studying this. And it's finally now all being unveiled for us all to see just how bullish they are on XRP, right? It's no longer fighting it, no longer ignoring it. Now they're hopping on board with us, right? And having to admit, and boy, must that be a blow to the VC pump gang, that they expect more inflows on XRP than they do Solana. Yeah, just wait. In fact, I think we might see more inflows on the XRP ETF than we do Ethereum. Yeah, this is just getting started. And let me give you a little spoiler alert. The 3 to 8 billion of inflows into a spot XRP ETF that JP Morgan is predicting will make XRP market cap grow by multiples of that. A 100 to 1000x multiplier could easily be seen on these inflows. Please prepare yourself accordingly. What this means in simple maths is that when we get 3 billion, 5 billion, let's round up to 10 billion of inflows on XRP spot ETF, we will not be seeing the market cap of XRP grow by 10 billion. It will not be a 1-to-1 ratio or impact on market cap, meaning that if we get 1 billion of inflows, market cap doesn't grow by 1 billion. What we've been tracking, and I just covered it again in the most recent update, these inflows on XRP, we've tracked inflows and a market cap multiplier of 598. The most recent one that we got from Chad Steingraber was inflows of about 600,000 on XRP. It equated to market cap growth in the billions. And it literally was a market cap multiplier of nearly 6,000. So we're seeing market cap multiplier of 500 to 5,000 with ease already before we get ETFs. This could only grow with ETFs or remain steady at these very high market cap multipliers that we're seeing. What this means is that, you know, the 10 billion that's coming in, our market cap's going to grow by, you know, hundreds of billions, right? I mean, easily. We don't even have to see the dramatic 500 and 5,000x multipliers that we've tracked already in the past 2 months. We don't need to see anything like that. You're seeing 10 billion of inflows into the XRP ETF year one. This could equate to our market cap growing by $1 trillion. Easily. The market cap bros, their heads are going to explode. Their calculators are going to break. And hopefully they get on board the XRP train and at least their pockets can get a little bit fatter while their minds bend trying to calculate the market cap. How did this happen? Because they haven't seen nothing yet. Folks, one final bullish little post for you before we head on out. Dark Defender with the update. Weekly bull flag on December 9th. We covered it. Dark Defender gave it to us. On the monthly chart confirming the uptrend breakout level, the Fibonacci levels align with our Elliott wave structures and the historical performance that we experienced in 2017. XRP is expected to proceed towards $10. He's got the exact numbers here, $10 and 2252. And then $18. How about that one? In the short term. Let's take a look at his chart real quick. Before we sign off, take a look at it. $10 in the not so distant future, and then a move towards $18 later on in this year. You see where this chart lines up? We're moving right here in the first part of this year. In the next month, we're moving $10. You betcha. He's got us pulling up to 10, pulling back down to 589, and then launching up towards $18 to finish off this bull run. Folks, you better prepare yourselves accordingly. We got ETFs, we got politicians, we got memes, we got everything. You can no longer deny it. You can no longer ignore it. You better get on board and know you're not late, because we still got a long ways to go. If you appreciate our updates and what we're doing, you guys know how you can help me out. Everything's at ZachRector.com. And yes, my guy is working on it. I know you guys are antsy to get the new collections. We got the Brad tattoo. I love how that design turned out. And then we have the most recent Bearable Guy picture from December 23rd, 2024. Our most recent one that we got from the Bearable Guy. It's all being put on the website here. It should be live in the next 24 hours. So stay tuned. In the meantime, I'm rocking the XRP Castle. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.